Well, hello everyone, welcome to another live stream. This is... another live stream. Hi. I'll make it. Although you probably already know that, I imagine. Hold on, let me get some, a cup of water in the meantime. While I'm still waiting for everyone to join in. Ah, that's delicious. Yum. Cheers, everyone. Hi there. How you doing?
Hello.
Oh, hi, Black Thunder, as well. Would you say? I didn't have my headphones on. Let me join them.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I see them. You lighted up on Discord. Alright, lit up. Whatever. The point is... Mim. Hi, someone I like. Mickey, have you heard of Lodgeban? I have no idea what that is. Now, we're back to it, aren't we? And there is so much to be back to. I did some off-camera research. Well, first of all, I ran this
library.
What?
I did some off-camera research, pans over to a library.
No, not in this case. In this case, look it up at the stream. Don't tell me what to do! Mickey, did you know nectarines and peaches are the same species and only vary by recessive gene? It makes sense, because I mean, I always imagine peaches as fairy nectarines. That makes sense. Now, I did some research. Right, here's my research. Into the DelQ thing. I'm compiling it into assembly, and then checking the assembly to see how it compiles. And so far, it's not too bad. That's because I'm basically looking for like a pattern I can manually replicate, or rather, a pattern I can, well, just replicate. That's because I need to make kind of my own. I'm thinking that if I make my own way of handling functions, then this shouldn't be a problem. Oh my goodness, it just hit me. Yeah. That really doesn't have to be if I just handle function. I'm basically describing making an operating system. That's what I'm doing right now. Yeah, no, we're not gonna do that. Instead, I'm not gonna write my own operating system. Instead,
It'd be kind of funny if you did.
it would be, it really would be, but I really shouldn't.
Gets to the end of the video. So accidentally, I may have kind of maybe built a whole computer.
Yeah, all the processes were too confusing for me. I made my own. That's my
Have you
reasoning for
worked with-
making a graphical engine, to be fair.
I was gonna say, have you tried using Win32? That is a nightmare. Like the API.
Right, I'm sorry, I blacked out for a second. The problem. I have these two different assembly files. Well, actually, let me structure them a bit better. Right here, we have this file compiled into this file. And the way it works is that we have the first 6 values all put into registers, and then any values past that are just pushed onto the stack, which is fine. That should be relatively easy. The problem is that only works with integers, because doubles have different sets of registers. So that's why I did this file right here, which is the same exact function. The only difference being that in this function we have alternating integers and doubles in the input. And so what that gave us is this absolute mess, and I honestly don't know how it works, because you have the move APD, which I have open right here, which stands for move aligned packet double precision floating point values. Right. This aligned packet double precision. What does it do? Moves 2, 4, or 8 double precision floating point values from the source operand to the destination operand. This instruction will be used to load registers. But the thing that's
So
weird
it
about
moves
it
doubles.
is that this confuses me completely.
Would you say it vexes you?
It vexes me. It really does. It really does vex me. Because it really do be vexing me. That's because how does that work? Like, how are you moving? What this effectively is doing? What is the rip thing? What is that? I have so many questions. It could be just the first function messing us up. You know what? In order to have a cleaner test, let's just remove the function 0. And let's see what we get. Now we get the function. This is our function, which we care about deeply. And then in the main we call it. And we still have this. This is effectively us moving all the variables in place before calling the function. It just hit me. Inside of the function, we are expecting certain variables in certain places. If we don't get those variables in those places, it's all gonna mess up. Right. No, that sucks. Completely.
Why stack when heap?
Heap is also a thing.
Just throw all the variables in a pile and then sift through it every time you need one. I'm sure that won't get messy quick.
That's kind of how it's done. The only difference that you like take from the top. That's how we do it in computer science. Like, yeah, it's that's what
you have 2 stacks, right?
I mean, that's what the pop and push do. So like push pushes on top of it, and then pop, which I imagine pop would be somewhere around here. Oh, it isn't.
Pulls it from the top, yeah.
Why isn't there no pop? There's only push. Where's the pop? Well, never mind. It's just pushing on top and then just pissing it over there. Right. I am free for the summer. Good for you, Farmer Main. Good for you.
If you made your own stack-based language, the instructions would be push and piss, apparently.
As they should be. Okay. Hear me out. The function 0. Shut up. Hear me out, I said. Don't question me, Motu.
I'm not questioning you, I'm just not listening.
We will have a different cast defined for every single thing we add there. Because...
As long as they all have Ryan Gosling, you know.
Yeah, really snappy there, aren't we? Okay, good for you. I'm trying to think here, Black Thunder, alright? It's taking...
you said you should do less of that.
That's true, you are correct, yeah. You know what, you're right, let's do less thinking, let's just do. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a new header, and that's gonna be... format H. No, wait, it's gonna be... What's it called when, like... I think you cut cookies out with... Get different shapes.
A cookie cutter?
Is it just the cookie cutter? Wasn't there another name for it?
I think... Well, a knife would also work, but I think you're thinking of a cookie cutter.
I'm thinking completely different word. It's just the cookie cutter is the one I associated with for some reason. It was like... I don't mean the verb. I mean... Noun, yes. Form? Kind of.
A mold?
Mold, thank you. Jeez, that took me a while. Well, it took me a while and then you told me the word. I just didn't remember. A mold, yes.
It took you an undefined amount of time.
Yes. That's because we will use it as a kind of mold, where basically for every single different kind of function, we'll have a different mold for what that will take in. Yeah. We also call the matrix, just because that would be funky. But okay, basically, we're gonna have an array, which I think I can just do constant unsigned long pointer size of data type. Can I do it like that? I can. Sweet. Shut up. Okay. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. What? You are getting so much louder with every day. Okay. I'm taking you in. Okay, there we go. No moving. I'll once again have to be coding it. Oh, now you want to go, huh? No, you can't go. You can't go. You're meowing. You're meowing, and that's why I'm putting you in air jail. I'm sorry. I'm killing my cat right now. Hope you don't mind.
With or without the acid.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. You can go. I don't have the acid ready yet. So the first data type will be. Oh fuck. That's because what we want to happen first is. Oh shit. Why is this so annoying? We gotta share his attention with the cat now. My phone is meowing at me. Size of data type. Here's what I wanted to happen. The first, because when we initialize delq, we need to add in the first ever function in there. And I thought that the first ever function that we should add in there would be the logging function to, well, log it. Log the fact that we started, like, you know, log the fact that we started the thing. But then the variable that we would pass inside of the log would have to be a string. And the curious thing about the string is that the size of the string differs based on how long the fucking sentence you're typing in is.
That sounds awful.
It is.
Oh no.
What if we do... Oh. What if we do 0? And that would just mean a string. Yes. I'm still thinking. I know it may not seem like I'm doing much, but there is a lot of thinking involved in this. Shut up! What? What do you want from me? My lapkin. There. Stay here.
It wants you to turn the printer on again.
I don't know what it wants. Sweet baby. Evil devil is what it is, not a sweet baby. It's a little bitch.
So close. That's for dogs.
No, I call cats bitches often. Trust me, it's not just for dogs. You can use it against cats. Workaholic dad neglecting his cat baby. Go get me more workahol.
Get me another task from the fridge.
Yeah, I just always...
I finished this checklist, get me another.
I always come home finished and productive. And my work-getting machine yells at me. The cat keeps getting off me and then coming back yelling to get back on. Whatever. So the 0th one, data type would be a string. So define string. So S as 0. Actually, MPT del Q S as a 0. Right. And then what we'll do. This is so awful. Fortunately, del Q will only have to be executed once. So there's at least that.
I have terrible news.
What the terrible news?
When I started playing the server world in Factorio, I was only at like 450 hours. I checked Steam after I restarted the game once. I'm at 675.
You mean to tell me that 1/3 of your time playing Factorio was spent on the server?
Yeah.
That is rough. One of my favorite games ever is Oxygen Not Included.
Is it Factorio?
I'm opening up Steam to check. I'm gonna check how many hours I have in Oxygen Not Included. That's like one of my top, I would say, top 5.
Oh, Factorio's one of my favorite, but it's not like the one I have the most time in.
Oh, I know. That's why, like, this number will put in perspective. So, Oxygen Not Included is my favorite colony building game, and in it I have 450 hours. In the finals,
What's the game you have the most time in?
In the finals, I also have 450. In Terraria, I have 660. That's the most on Steam.
That's your most played game on Steam.
Yeah, 660.
Okay. My most played game on Steam is Beat Saber at 1,400 hours.
I'm sorry, hold on. Muffin. 14.
1423.8.
How many days is that? If it was. That's like 2 months non-stop.
Yes.
Also,
Do you know how hard it is to make maps for that game? Like, it's no joke.
Also, the Factorio, you got 200 hours more. That's.
No.
What do you mean, no?
In Factorio, it's like not even half that.
No, what I mean is that in Factorio you got 200 more than since you started playing on server.
Yes.
That's like 10 days.
Yeah.
How long ago did we start the server?
About 2 weeks.
Cool.
Something, respect the grind.
Right, yeah, I'm back to my Delki fun. Wait, no, that's Delki test. We don't care about Delki test. What we care about is Delki.
I don't want to hear it because I set up a space race, no, a space program on 2 different planets on my own.
Yeah, you sort of ruined the first one on your own.
Well, I set up the first one because it was getting ruined as I was building it. Okay?
Exactly.
That's why it took me so long. It would have taken half the time if, people understood what pollution was.
I didn't ruin anyone with pollution, I was just killing the bugs. I ruined them with evolution.
Same thing.
So what we need is not only function size of function, but we also need the data type. The array of functions. Actually, 0 should be no input.
An array of functions. What is this metadata?
Oh, because it has to be yeah, let's just do string as a 1, and then del q nothing. Or just void. Yeah. That's gonna be 0, it's gonna be... We could do a long end. And the size of...
Obvious joke here.
How many initializer values? We don't need too many. There's 2 of them. What's your problem? Do I really need to set it up as an array with, like, a size? Oh shit, can I just do it with no size? Can I just let you figure out? Oh, splendid. That's lovely. Okay. So we're gonna have that. Yeah. And then we'll also have long. We know unsigned long data type. And then size of data type we can actually leave. Yes. Again. I'm gonna kill you. So no, you're gonna get mad now. It's dying time. Can I just put you in the box? Cats like boxes, right? Can I just put him in the box and hope that he'll shut up?
Is it Schrodinger's box?
Well, there might be poison in there. I don't know. A cat might be still alive. Don't abuse the kibby. The kibby is abusing me. I'm in an abusive relationship. They keep yelling at me. Oh, now you're yelling in my head. What? To be fair, my flat is extremely boring. Like, the only reason why I spend all my time here and can still function is because I've gotten used to it. I feel like most people wouldn't be able to just live in the circumstance I'm in, simply because of they would just kick back because of boredom. Yeah, I know. What do you want me to do? Listen, mate, you're meowing and giving me absolutely no context. I just refilled your food bowl. I just refilled your water bowl. I just cleaned up your litter. What the fuck do you want? I don't understand them. Again, it's kind of shit I've not that I need more of. Okay, date type. Right. Then we go to the del queue. That we init del queue, and then yeah. MPT log. Yeah, and then we need the variable, right. That's another thing we need. What's the cat's name? Bitch, cat, idiot, devil? That's usually what I use. Pick whichever one you want.
Least abusive parent.
Oh, no, I'm not a parent. No. I consider myself that weird uncle that no one talks about. You seem
5 o'clock news behavior.
You seem angry. Are you okay, make it? I'm never angry. I am incapable of being angry. I don't have that bone in me. That is, I think it's called that. I was at the hospital actually. Yeah, and they checked it. I don't have it. It's called the spine. Okay. All right. Data. So then dot data. So then dot data type will be equal to mkt del qs, which stands for string. You're like Magnus the Red, he has no spine too. Magnus, no, come on. Shut up! Shut! You're up! I'm gonna kill him, drown him, in acid. I swear, this is what's gonna happen. Shut.
You've heard of Schrodinger's cat, now go to for Chekhov's cat.
Oh, look. Right. Hold on, I just got, my mind is blank right now. Cast a spell on me. We need to malloc, so we need like a phrase, which would be, can I assign an entire string into an pointer, like from a point on? You get what I mean? You all get what I mean. So if we do like constant sharp, so you know, the string will be started cleanup, or like begun to initiate it. I'll just delete you, that's it. That'll be 7. So malloc 7. Now how do we? Is there a way for me to assign it all without changing the... I don't know if there is. I think that just simply won't work. I can just do it as a loop. For int I is equal to 0, I is smaller than 7, I plus, because why not? Perfect! Now, what kind of error could we get in this case?
Error, I don't like how you wrote this.
What do you mean?
No, it's like, the compiler's like, in a purely subjective sense, I don't like the way you wrote this. I don't like your prose, just in general.
I just realized that when it comes to the logging, it would be more error. Yeah, so it would be more like... Shut up! Shut up! Yo! Okay. Defines. Yeah, we're gonna have the error. Shut your... how do you define macros? I already forgot. Right, you just do it like this, that makes sense. Define error. Just, but more specifically mkt error. I am work. I mean, the little bitch keeps yelling. Not my fault. Pisses me off. Alright, now how are we gonna define it? That's a good question. Well, we want, if it errors, then we want the error code. Actually, it should be error because this should be a return error. We're gonna have...
That's not how you spell rarer.
0, because that's the error, and then error code, and then a log message being, actually we don't need any log message because we already got the error code, right? What else? This string will never appear. If you see, hold on. Oh, what was the copy pasta? It was the one I always used for errors that weren't meant to happen. There was one I always use for errors that aren't meant to happen. I just need to find it. I'm sorry to interrupt you, user, if you still remember the name. Oh, there we go, yeah. Hold on, if you even remember that name. This isn't made log. Perfect. Funny. Hilarious. We do this and then we do return E. That's the basic idea. It's just gonna log the error we have.
There's a T in afraid.
There's what?
There's a T in afraid. I was trying not to interrupt your train of thought.
What? Oh yeah, there.
Of trade.
Okay, afraid. Now, if I do it this way, then I can do the funny thing I always do, which always upsets people, and I kind of like it precisely for that reason. Where basically I can go here, and I can just like add it in just like this. See, we need to include the wait, you include DocuH, and DocuH only has the only internal ones, right? Oh, it doesn't have internal ones. Oh, wait, no, it's Docu. There we go, it has internal ones. So this should compile. It did really quickly with no errors. That kind of worries me. It compiled with no errors.
Oh, no.
How? Well, it has an E. Wait, no, that shouldn't compile. Oh yeah, that's why. Okay, no, that makes sense. Builds sh. Yeah, exactly. The E shouldn't. Definition of macro. E undeclared. That's supposed to be the fucking. Or does it have to be an X? I was trying to be clever. Doesn't actually have to be an X. I mean E. Oh, that's in. Oh yeah, because E is over there. No, that makes sense. Okay, so this can be E. Right. That is correct. That's because then we can go to del Q and then we can do it as a 1. Perfect. All we do is just get a warning, which I'm honestly fine with. There we go. Perfect. No warnings because I turned them off.
It didn't give me any warnings 3 minutes after turning off all the warnings.
Yeah, it's proper coding. No, the thing is that all the warnings, like, I'm aware of them, so there's no need for me to see them.
I get them all the time. Doesn't really
That's
matter.
that's actually the beauty of C, because in C it's a warning that you can turn off. C++ just wouldn't compile because it's idiotic. I like, that's why I like C, is the freedom. You can screw up as much as you want. Right, now MKT error. We don't want it to actually be an MKT error. Instead, we want the condition, which is basically if the problem, then MKT error. And what would that problem be? Well, is the malloc. Malloc problems. What if malloc fails? Yeah. Null. Okay. If MPT del Q data is equal to null, then return the error, and what will the error be? The error will be, because we should have somewhere, here we go, general hardware issue, and then error 3, which will be malloc failed. Yeah. I think that should be proper. We handle like logging errors. Oh yeah, no, we don't need, yeah, we're not logging the messages because it's not needed, because later on, yeah, okay, that makes sense. May have to turn off any safety features on the PC. I mean, yeah. It can't give you warnings if you won't let it. That's the beauty of it. There, and then
Yes.
that just returns the error, which is fine. And then we just load the temp string, and that's it. Return 0 with no errors. Now let's try it. We should make another function, which would be the cleanup del Q. Well, we do need to do it manually for now. Init log, then init del Q. Entity log. An error code. If it fails in any other way, that would be impossible. So, unknown error, yeah. So that's a 1. If it doesn't fail, however, then we just do del Q initiated. Like so. Now if we go into build, if we delete the log, right, oh, we got an error there, that's curious. Oh no, because that was the test error, right, yeah, no, we don't want the test error anymore. Then we log it. Okay, log 0. Del Q initiated. I didn't clean it up. Shit. Oh, we can add the MKT log file to the close the log file to the del Q actually. That could be the first thing we do. And then that would be just a pointer. Oh, that feels risky. That feels really risky. I can try it. I guess we are writing in debugger, but why not use print statements or built-in everything in C? Because I prefer to use my own things, you see. I find all of the error business in C too complicated, you know? I don't get it. I don't get how it's meant to be used. It's confusing, is what it is. That's why I should have removed the test as well. What are you doing? I can just build it with debug. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. I find it too confusing. I prefer my own. Now let's do the del Q, which will be, we have init del Q, then we have mkt add to del Q, And then we're gonna have the last one, which is MKT clean up del Q. But then why not use C out? Because C out isn't a thing. C out is in C++, not C. I'm gonna pass it as not backseat gaming because you asked it in the form of a question, but it was on the edge because you didn't even add a question mark. And it was a very passive aggressive thing to say. Pasta is a beautiful thing. I agree. Definitely top 10 things. Okay, to add something to del Q, we repeat the process with realloc. I think realloc just can handle it, right? Yeah, I think so. So realloc will take in genfunc function input, and only gen, and then here's what's gonna happen. First of all, we add 1 to the size of function. Then we reallocate this to something of size 1 more. Okay, then we set our function to be the function we passed. Then we set the data type, which we also need to plug in there, which means unsigned long data type. Right? Yeah, that would be an unsigned long. But if cout does not exist, how do you print a terminal in C? With a function, like God intended. Cout is a mess. It really is. Cout shouldn't exist as a concept. It's really terrible. From a computer science perspective, it is really, truly terrible. That's because doing it with a function makes sense. And you can do it with a function in C++ as well. You should, in fact. But for some reason, the cout thing exists.
I'm still waiting for the 15-part C tutorial that stops at part 12 and is never resolved.
I mean, we already have how many episodes of that on YouTube? Hold on, let me see.
Exactly, that's what I mean. It's so common.
Oh, I mean on my channel.
Oh.
Yeah, we have already 4 videos in that series.
But is that specifically about C, or is that general purpose?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm building up to. I take it back, 5. My goodness. Can you believe it? 5 videos about computer science. Ugh. Virginia in France is not compared to any home in Virginia that even I can make. Shit's nasty. Yeah, well, don't trust the French with food. That's obvious.
They try to feed you snails or something.
I have a rule. It's don't ever eat anything you can't pronounce. That's a simple rule. It saves lives, honestly. It really does.
You know what I can't pronounce?
What?
Worcestershire. This one.
Worcestershire sauce?
Yeah, that. You know what I can pronounce?
What?
Bleach.
Wow, you really owned me though.
I wouldn't drink bleach.
Wow, you really got me. Funny. I use Python. I've written a bit of CPP, like 200 lines, but I never heard they were similar. But I assumed that C used most complicated version, and to me that was C out. It's the opposite way, class. C is the simplest programming language, I would say in general. The simplest. And as such, so for example...
That doesn't mean it's the easiest.
I can look up for you all C keywords. These are all of them. All of them. The entire, basically, C language. All of it. Right here. Because it's really simple. That's kind of the double-edged sword, right? On one hand, it's really simple, there isn't much that you need to learn. On the other hand, it's really simple, which means you can't really use complex things. Some low-level C-out. C-out isn't low-level, that's the problem. C-out is actually really high-level of abstraction. It's a mess. That's because if you look at... The thing is, the print makes sense because the kernel just has a function for printing. That's it. C-out, however, is like a really awkward walk around. It's very weird. It's odd. I don't like it. Okay. Data size, that'll be this. Then we have this once again, where it errors if it errors with a 3 in this case if the malloc fails. And then we have no temp string, only we have the data without any cast or anything silly like that. It's just equal to void pointer data. Now, even though I'm doing void pointer, it will not always be a void pointer. It will be some kind of data. We don't know exactly what it will be, but it will be something. Alright, so we have the string. Next, after the string, we're gonna have void pointer.
A common misconception with C developers is that they're consistent with what they refer to.
Might be a bit random, but do you have copyright on your code, music and animations? Because you have it everywhere on the web. What do you mean, do I have copyright? It depends. It does depend. Like, everyone has copyright on everything they make, technically, in a way. Should be it. Now we get back to... Right, so right here, one of the cleanup things we'll need to do is to close the mkt log file. And so in order to achieve that, we need to do the add to del Q thing. Because that should be it. Why don't I have this defined in the del Q as well? What's happening there? How did I use this even? It's not in the header. You know what? I'm not gonna question it. It works. That's what's important. Well, no, I should question it. What am I talking about? Obviously. How does it work? I don't know why my code compiled. It could be because I turned off the warnings. Right, so then what we do is we do...
Turns off the warnings. An hour later. If only there was something that would tell me what was going wrong with this.
No, the problem is that it isn't going wrong. That's the problem. The problem isn't that it isn't working, it's that it is working. Why?
Oh.
Why would it be working? Can I just do F close like this? Can I just like... Oh, I can! Wow, I love C. Data type is a 2 because it's a del Q VP, which isn't defined here, obviously. That's because what we need is we need
Oh, you're testing like to make sure the error catcher works? Is that what's going on?
What?
So I'm guessing what's going on is you're trying to figure out if the thing you made to catch errors and then log them is working, and you're trying to give it bad data so it throws an error.
Oh no, in this case I'm trying to give good data to a del Q, which is a different thing. It's meant more for cleanup. So basically, when a program finishes, there is a bunch of data we need to release back to the operating system. And del Q is meant to streamline the process.
Is it working?
I'm still coding the test, so...
Oh, okay.
We'll
is this the one where you did like void, comma, dot, dot, dot?
Yeah, it is the one.
Oh.
And I think the setup I have right now should work.
I think you should keep doing that, that'd be pretty funny.
So that's the next one. Then we have, after data type, we have data size, which would be... Oh, it just hit me, the data size... Oh yeah, it needs to be on the... Oh shit. So basically, the way the data size is gonna work is actually we won't have data size, only we'll have data size. Here's the... I'm really exhausted already. Size of data type. But we should have it as mkt del Q size of data type, because actually not mkt del, mkt size of data type, right. Hi Baba, hi, what are we coding? Long story, really long story.
Can we get the Cliff's Notes of it at least?
Hold on, my brain is fried, I'm thinking about a lot of things at the same time. Okay, mpt size of data type, and then we go back in there, and then we pick the data size, because there's like an inline if, isn't there? Inline ternary operator, no, was it? I don't remember. Inline if C. Ternary conditional operator, look at me using fancy smart words. Question and then condition conjugate alternative. Goes to true, true then left. Okay, so if this data type is smaller than 0, then we pick the data size. Capital S, come on, we're not savages. Otherwise, it should be this. Oh. This should work. Okay, so we have the QVP, then the size can be 0 because we don't actually care for it. Uh, 0, then we have void pointed data, and then the data will be the mkt log file. And so what this should do, this should add the fclose to the del Q, and then the last function will be just clean up del Q, which will require no more input, and instead what it will do is it will just run every single function in the del Q. The pickle there being, I imagine, that the order will matter. That's because if we have like a void pointer, then we first need to free all of these pointers before we free this one. Which means the order in which we add del Q mat, we should go from 0 to 100, I think. Right? Okay, we're just gonna go from 0 to maximum. For int I. I just realized we have a singular data type. Shit! Oh. Shit. Shit. Oh, right. This is wrong. This is wrong. Okay. Okay. This is wrong. Okay. Array of functions. All array functions needs to have a size of function. That's it. Size of function and then function array. But then the function array will have to be something different because we'll have to be type def struct fun mkt generalized function mkt genfunc, and then this will need to have pointer. Yeah, these two need to go inside, and then gen func. Well, pointer to the function actually, and then we'll have the pointer to home. Yeah, okay, this is cool. Bundra, what are you planning? Just tell me that much. Okay. MKT genfunc is what we need to add every single time, so we need to remake this completely. Yeah, this is all wrong. Function pointer will be equal to the malloc. Then size of function will be just 1. Function pointer 0, and then dot function. That will be the MKT log. And then I imagine we just do this. Fortunately, not much has to change there. Yeah. Function pointer, realloc, size of function array. No wait, MKT gen function. There we go, I think. I think this is correct now, because then we have the size of function, and then is equal to 0, I is smaller than this, and then I plus plus. And then this is our loop, and in this loop what we do is we It's because we have to present someone famous and it's in law class. So to learn copyright, we have to do it officially. Although it wouldn't be necessary for a school presentation. You picked me as someone famous. That's stretching the term, I think. Switch expression. As far as
hey, there are worse things.
As far as I'm aware with copyright, I'm only aware with sometimes I was famous enough. All right then, I'll take it. Okay. Switch.
I mean,
okay.
to be fair, 70,000 individual people know who you are.
Well, are aware of my existence would be more appropriate.
You know what I mean.
Size of function. No, what we need is we need the function pointer I dot data type. Right. And then we have case, and we just go over every single case. That's the annoying bit. If it's a void, ESVP. Like this. Now, if it's a V, then all we do is just we run the function. This is the amount of mental layers I have right now is unbelievable. Because we do dot func and then if it's a V, then that should be it. Why are you erroring? Parentheses. Oh my god. Oh, because it's a function pointer. Right, no, it has to be pointer. Like this. No? How do you run it? I don't actually... Oh, damn it. How do you run a function pointer? Wait, oh, it's already a function pointer by default, so we don't need this. What's your problem now? Too few arguments. Oh, because it's supposed to take a void pointer. Yeah, I know. Take a null. See if I can. Close enough. Alright, sweet. And then if it's a string, then we just add the data we have. Data. And we cast it as a char pointer. And then if it's a void pointer, we just do the data, don't need to cast it as anything. This is really idiotic, but it might just work. Now we don't need to close the file because the del key should close it for us. Yeah, and then after we do the switch, we do... but to be sure, I have the official permission to use your profile picture and the slice of pie banner. Yeah, if it's for a school project, sure. Yeah, go for it. Okay. Right. Then afterwards we do 3 mkt del q function pointer I dot data to free the data we have allocated. And then after we're done with the entire thing, we free the mkt del q function pointer. You're the big leagues now. Although I do have to say, one feeling which on paper seems really annoying, but even to me it seems really annoying on paper, but it's actually surprisingly fine in reality, is the Spider-Man effect. Of like, you know, on one hand having one life, and on the other hand having the other life where like people you talk to on, well, I don't want to say in my case on a daily basis, more like on a monthly basis, have absolutely no idea what you actually do for a living, what your job is. I have been thinking recently of picking up maybe some crime to add like a third layer to it. I feel like would be quite nice, you know, just something to
Best
pass the
criminals
time.
self-report.
You know, I've just been thinking so far, you know, just something to pass the time. I get
I was
bored
gonna say,
occasionally.
you said yourself you need to stop doing that.
With crime?
No, thinking.
Oh.
It keeps coming up. Like, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson?
Is this good enough? I think it might be. But I don't know exactly. I'm kind of worried to run it, to be completely honest. Because this is gonna be annoying to debug. To be fair, because I'm dealing with function pointers, if it does break, then it should break spectacularly. So, and clean up the queue. We might as well add some logs actually. MKT log, and right here we're going to have one. Why else? What else would you have? And then actually no, because that's the first thing we run. Yeah. You don't already do crime? You were my hero. How did that Nichols story end? It kind of faded off, to be completely honest with you. Yeah. Didn't really come up much.
We'll let you know when there's another installment.
Ah, shucks, why did this happen?
You just gotta keep watching these streams.
Oh, told you! Told ya! It broke, but in a curious way, says the data type, first defined here. Do I need to define as an extend? Mode 6, first defined here. Yeah, I mean, of course it's first defined there, because there's no other definition of it. There shouldn't be, at least. Oh, well, do I need to do it like... Well, do I really need to do it the proper way? That's so annoying. Oh yeah, I forgot about the type. Sorry, my bad. What do you mean conflicting type qualifiers? Oh, because... Wait, what? Del Q H3. Internal. So mold. External constant long. Yeah. Can I just delete it from here actually? Because I don't think we need it. Oh, sweet. Alright. Let's run it. Let me just delete the log first. It did run. So I don't know if it worked though. Is there a way to check if memory has been freed? See check if memory was freed. You can't, of course. Okay, cool. So how else are we gonna test this? I have one idea. I do have one idea. Yes. What we can do is we can create a function which will be right here, and it's gonna be void. Void fill number, and it's gonna take in an int pointer a, and then what it's gonna do is we're just going to a equal to 10. Yes, that's what we're gonna do. And then right here we're gonna add it to a del q fill number with a void pointer, and then the data will be a, where right here we'll have int pointer a, and then pointed a will be equal to 15. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna print a, and if the number we get is 15, so we're gonna print it twice. The first time the number we get should be 15, and then right here in the cleanup del q it should run, and then you should get a 10. We got a segfault. Oh, okay, right. Oh, it's because it tried to free the data. That makes sense. Right, no, that makes sense. That does make sense. Yeah. Now that I think about it, we don't really need to free the data, do we? That is kind of an oversight. Yeah, let's try not segfaulting this time. It's still segfaulted. Well, I mean baby steps. Why did you segfault? So what should happen is... Oh, it's segfaults. Damn it. Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it. There was like a debugger. My log's absolutely no help. Wait, okay, so it breaks. Started log. Let's add more debugs. Initial init del q. Then add init. Add log file to del q. Right. Add test function to del q. Clean up del q. Let's try it. Add log file to del q. And then it segfaults right here. Oh, is it because I'm an idiot? So I was an idiot. But there's a problem though. That's a bit of a biggie. That's this. It ain't working. Now, why is it not working? If we run fill number A right here, does it run? Yeah, it does. Okay, so that is the issue. Okay, the log should keep on oh, never mind. Even though it's append, it just creates the new file. Okay, good. Ah, why would it not be working? So what should happen here is we should right here run the function, fill number function. Oh wait, this is already pointed to a function. We don't need this. I'm an idiot. Need this. Does this help? Oh. Worth a try. Oh. What? Hold on, I do have a laser pointer. No? No, no? Okay, well. Why isn't this working? Clean up del Q should run this function, which runs the entire, for the size of function del Q. Goes for the switch for each data type case. Let's do right here. Add the debugs, because why not? Right. Debug, and then we do debug what? Well, the debug will be del Q V. Then we're gonna have del Q S, and then we're gonna have del Q VP. Well, why don't you? There we go. Builds. Oh, it just didn't run anything. Huh. Curious. I is equal to 0, I is smaller than size of function I++. Can you like print for now at the very beginning? MK MKD the Q size of function. Self curiosity. You're not even running this function. Oh my goodness. Is this the reason? Why were you even segfaulting? Now you're segfaulting. Well, now I can understand why you're segfaulting. Log message, then del QVP, and it crashes on the file. This is rough. Now it's segfaulting, which I can at least understand. But now how do we fix that? From one problem to another.
Have you tried glue?
I've already sniffed it all, it didn't help.
Okay, what about tape?
Don't mind the noises. My cat is playing with boxes in the background. Okay, so it's segfaulting. It's segfaulting on us trying to free the file, which is something. That is certainly something. Now, to be fair, we're trying to run a. So we need to point it, don't we? Wait, did that function run? It didn't. Good. Okay. This function didn't even run. I feel like the init log might be messing up with it as well. Because it should. Whoa. Oh, no, it's not closing the file. Wait, that's actually a great way to check. Okay, never mind. This is good. So. What if we are just not running the actual functions? No, the segfault is still there. Okay, that's good. This? No, not this. Can I do this? Because if I remember correctly, the del Q function pointer. No, that is a function at this point, but that is a pointer to a function. That's like that additional pointer. Does it need that? Wait, no, because that's the return. Do you need that? Can I just remove you? No, that breaks it. Okay. What is the problem then? This appears to be wrong. Let's check our research delkey file. How do we do that? We just put in the address. Okay, so that's a pointer, right. So just a pointer would be just a pointer. Oh, and that one didn't even have any input. Right. What if we do it the same way here? It's just not having any input. I don't think it's gonna help our situation, but well, it's always worth a try. Yeah, it just was a void pointer and then the function. Right. What if we... I don't know how to help this situation. It appears to be a bit rough. Have address of functions in this case, not the functions. The address, no we. Yeah, we already. LQ. Maybe it's because we're passing in functions, and in fact we do need address of function instead as the data type. No, that wouldn't change anything. There's a lot of thinking involved.
Oh, I'd never be good at this.
We have the function, not the pointer to a function, just the function. What if we do instead do the pointer to a function? Let's do another del Q test. This time del Q single. That's what it's gonna be called. And in this case, we're just gonna have the A times B test, and that's it. And our A times B test is going to be just this. Test 1. That's all it's gonna be. Yeah, don't question the immortal A. This one, okay, so this works. Hi there, Remco. Someone was giving me know I'm in endangered society at the moment, jeez. I get it, okay. So this is proper void pointer pointer function. Which means right here, void pointer pointer function. That's also correct. Shut up! Shut up! Oh my goodness. Let's leave it there, and for now let's just do right here. Void pointer pointer function like this. And let's see if that helps with the building and everything. No, we still got a seg fault. My dog back to that, but sure you can't know she's. Yeah, you're being backed at, you idiots. They don't care. This is the brainless activity. Not a single thought behind those soulless eyes. There's nothing happening. Absolutely empty. No thoughts, head empty. Absolute lack of any brain function.
DVD screensaver.
Yeah, it's just
Never hits the corner.
no consciousness. Absolutely no consciousness. I'm holding them up. No, that's why I'm not typing, but I am still thinking, because we have a seg fault, and we don't really know why. So the question before we figure out why is how are we gonna figure out why there is a seg fault? There is like a specific tool GCC made for debugging. We could try that. I haven't used it in a while, but I remember it was useful because you could go like operation by operation through how the code executes. There were some differences though, and a seg fault could be difficult to detect there because there are some differences between how the memory is distributed when running as debug. So we kind of are left to our own devices there. Wait, now that I think about it, it actually, you can just compare them. Having an average whiskey, and if you ever get successful and rich, feel free to remember me and this whiskey.
Ah, yes. The Benriach whiskey paradox.
None of the letters are there. It's just with the B.
The sounds are pretty close.
It's I don't know how I understood it, but I just did. It doesn't make sense to me. Okay, here's what we can check for in the del queue. We can print the 2 pointers. The first pointer being F close. The second pointer being what? Well, the second pointer being the function itself. Right, and then we can see what happens. Undefined return to print. Yes, well, print. Shut up. Well, they appear to be the same. Okay, now let's compare the two files. Right here we have the data, and right here we will have the mkt log file. Can you access it? I hope you can. You can, good. They're also the same. No, they're not. Gotcha, you bitch! Ah, found you. You thought you could hide from me. We get different MKT log file. Somehow it changed. Oh my goodness. The question now remains how? Data is equal to data. Well, in this case, oh, we're malloking it. Why are we malloking it? No, are you the person that drinks all the alcohol, make it out laying around? Not yet. Class, I have a deal with Remco that I'm gonna drink 18-year-old whiskey with him that I have in my cupboard, still waiting, when he wins his Nobel Prize in physics. It's a simple deal. It's trivial, honestly. All he needs to do is win a Nobel Prize in physics. You know. Black Thunder, come on, Remco's drunk. Give him a break. I think this is our problem, because we're malking it. Shouldn't. Because if it's a void pointer that we're adding in, so we should have an if data type is not equal to mkt del q vp, then this. What does that mean? What does that mean? Null pointer? That's not supposed to be a null pointer. No, this doesn't make sense. What? Why? Just cast it as a void pointer? Is that the problem? No. Shit! Why aren't you passing? Yeah, proper. 061. Added in. And then there's no. What the fuck? Why? Why can't you just set it? Add it. And then we're gonna have these 2 pointers.
Well, you think they'll let just anyone set things?
Oh wait, why didn't it compile? Oh, it errors! Right. That makes sense. That makes sense. We need to remove the error checking. The error checking is breaking our code.
I'm sure that's the problem.
No, it really was. It really was. Okay, now they are the same right here. But then once we move down, they change. As one does. Because why wouldn't they? No, wait, it worked! What the fuck?
I like how solipsistic your code base is.
Wait, why did it work? I was mid complaining about how it doesn't make sense, why it's broken, but it worked? Why?
Because
Wait, what am I even printing in the del Q? We're printing the close, which those have to be the same, and those have to be the same, they are. And then The two other ones are different. Yeah, right, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. I don't understand. It worked! What the fuck? Why do I even bother?
Pride, probably.
Holy shit, I just implemented a del queue. Fuck, is the log there? I mean, there's something. Like, it could be worse. Yeah. Yeah, no, it could be worse. It's like, almost there. Did it, I'm sorry. Why? Why? Because what it should do, in fact, is add the temp string, yeah. Maybe we did Red Museum shop on stream. I don't know. You can try. Ah, right. Well, it kind of works in a way. In a very convoluted way, but it works in a way. The problem is that if we have a single... Hi there, Ali! Hi. What the C++ is this? Ali, actually, the code I just made is incredible. That's the only word I can use to describe it. But it would take me ages to explain why and how incredible it is. Which is why I'm gonna dedicate this whole chapter in the video for it. There we go. Since we've done it, might as well. Because, I mean, that's kind of it. I mean, it's a bit broken, but, you know, none of us are perfect.
All the best things are.
What does it do? It's so difficult to explain. It really is. I don't know if there's a single person on stream who can understand what it does. But it works in a way. I think it cleans them up. What's it for? It's for cleaning up allocated memory. That's what it's for. This is the first time it worked for me. This is like the fourth time of me attempting to write a del queue. It's never worked, not once. I got really close in the first approach. Wait, hold on. I'm doing the thing again where I stare into this. You're right. Yeah, no. The point was that right here, we're supposed to plug in a char pointer for logging. Oh, it's because I'm an idiot, isn't it? Shut up! Shut your up. It's because I'm an idiot, and add to del queue actually takes in... Wait, no. mkt log actually takes in 3 variables. That's why. Yeah, I knew I was an idiot. Okay, so then we have the number 3, which will be char. Wait, what kind of character can I use here for this? Can I use a dot? I can't. Underscore. Char. Or just P, honestly. Yeah. Char pointer. A char string. Forwards, backwards, every step. Should we to the light? Witness the void. Void goes style, void can dance, void tear away pants. The void consumes our reality, which goes down a million please. But it does can dance. Don't worry, just relax. Open your mind, yourself, and cut 3 times. Somewhere out there, there's a planet just like you. What am I doing? I have Spotify open. I can just listen to it.
He's been consumed by J-Reg again.
That's not even J-Reg actually.
Yeah, it sounds like something he'd do.
Yeah, it shows how uncultured you are.
I'm saying it sounds like something he'd do. I'm not saying he did it. You corrected me. I can understand when I'm wrong.
Dance floor, cha-cha-cha, salsa, rumba, tango, mambo, gravity, champagne, reality. Yeah, we need to change it from a 7 to a 9. The ultimate secret. Then what we do is we do data. So this entire data thing, data 0 has to be equal to 1, and then 1 has to be equal to a 0. Don't worry, just relax. I love that song. Translate to cha-cha-cha. Thank you, Stump. Somewhere out there, there's a planet just like yours. A perfect copy with a you that looks identical. That looks and breathes exactly just like you. Except for one big difference, is you is not just get to hit the dance floor. Cha-cha-cha, salsa, rumba, tango, mambo. Caliente space-time, gravity, champagne, reality. Then what we do is we do this 0. Because perfection is slightly right. Nothing means anything, or anything is nothing. I get them mixed up either ways. And then apparently we need to this entire thing like this. Hold on, because the brackets are playing mad tricks on me. What is your problem now? I mean, cast the entire thing as a chart pointer, obviously, and then treat it as an array. There we go. It is the truth of the sailor. At least now you get a margarita. Now it's a dog. Now it's a cat. Is nothing is a baseball bat. And then a 2, but this time we do a 2 as an address, and then we cast it into a chart pointer. Oh, isn't that festive and such, and now built, and now we run, and now we go into the log. It's fucked. Okay. From the start till end of time, it's always playing in your mind. Don't let it to stop your inside. You can stop the band from coming in every reality. Did I do the math correctly? This is the only time in existence that we've ever known so far. The song sounded anything like a cha-cha. It's more than 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's a 2. Oh, damn it. It's not working still. And the problem is that this time I don't know why. Because this time it should be working. Alright, let's print it. Del Q CCS.
Is this the kind of printing Jesse does?
Oh, it's because I'm an idiot. My goodness. Why didn't you tell me? And we got a sec fault. Great. Clear where do I eat? I'm not hungry. Go to sleep. I can sleep. Lie in bed. Think about what buckets. Even if you did defeat me, what would you do then? Right, left, right, and center forward. Because now it's not working again. That's because I did it in the wrong order. Yeah, no, that checks out. You know what they say? Oh no, that's not gonna work either. You know what they say?
9th time's a charm.
Exactly. Alright, we got an error. Okay, that's well, I mean,
Not
error
ideal.
0 means that everything executed properly.
task failed successfully.
It really is. Error 0 means everything executed properly. I'm sorry? That's the error code, right? That was a 1. That's correct. I'm sorry, but I'm so confused because this one would have to be a 0 in order for that to happen. That's 1. 7 days a week, protein, cardio, level up, no sleep. My brain. Okay, no, that's print.
Was that another brain trauma reference?
Testing. Alright. Percent D, percent D, percent S, and then we just copy all of these. Testing 0, 0 and nothing. Well, that's a bit of a pickle, because it's not quite what I was looking for. 0, 0 and nothing. No, it should be 1, 1 and then... No, 1, 0 and then error message. Name one of my Sims after you. Okay, over. Unless this breaks. In which case... Wait, no, that wouldn't make sense either. Most of my oldest. It's just me, that's all that. I put them in the pool, roof. Holy shit! My error checking was break. Just have to remove the error checking.
That sounds not good.
It works, so suck it.
Well, I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm saying that sounds not good.
Bitch, don't you touch my ladder. Splendid! Alright. Don't you touch my ladder. Git adds everything. Git, oh, yeah, whatever. Git commit all the message working del Q. Git push. We've done it! Ladies and gentlemen, we have done it. That's actually all we need for the video, so I'm gonna give programming a rest for now because it's really fun for me, but I can imagine, I can just guess how boring it is for all of you. So we're done with this for now. Now if we go into, oh, this is lovely. Oh, why doesn't it have any assembly? This is assembly, come on. Add it to the list, no? Okay, fine. What are we gonna do now? Do we work on the video? Or do we design body?
I'm not allowed to answer this question.
Let me guess what you would persuade me to do, Black Thunder. We're gonna do a democracy. I would just like to say that it's really funny how I stopped doing daily live streams, because in the past 3 days I have streamed 5 times.
That's just how it is sometimes, I guess.
If I manage to do a 3 tomorrow, my average would be 2 a day for 4 days. I'm banning everyone who votes Botti. What do you have against Botti? Wow, thanks democracy. And is it 50? Oh, piss off. Not that again. If I had ethnical. Oh, if I had ethnical. We need them videos out. You need to be rich. As if there was gonna be a correlation between the two.
I'm pretty sure they're inversely correlated.
Smoke a cigarette instead, and then I go on social media until it's dinner time. Smoke some weed, and then I binge eat, and I got a little time to complain online. I'm anxious. I need a whiskey supply.
Looks like the robot's winning.
I already have the 18. Oh, the botty is winning. Oh, damn. Alright then. Fine. It be winning, botty.
This must be boring for you to watch. Is voted for.
Well, no, the programming it would be the most boring. I don't know how boring
The
it is
last time
design.
you streamed today, you said, "Oh, I'm sure this is boring to watch."
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But who am I to disagree with democracy? You're not self-aware.
What are you, some kind of?
Wow, he's in a suicide
What's
squad?
the word I'm looking for?
It's definitely that. Stop taking drugs. I guess we'll never know for sure. Yes, we will, motherfuckers. Because why am I anxious? Why am I anxious? Make it. Did you manage to get the Pi Zero working? No, I ordered the cables in order to make it easier for myself, and they haven't arrived yet. When they arrive, then we're gonna deal with it. Alright, let's go back to it then. I don't want to know. I want to get better but slow. We're gonna add a sketch right here. Tom Cardi posting. Oh yeah, absolutely. I love me some good Tom Cardi. We're gonna make a line. That's gonna go well and high. And then we're gonna add which will be it's gonna be tall, and it's gonna be equal to 10 centimeters for now, which is a lot. It's like above average, like it's above that. It's a lot. The point is, it right. Then rebuild and save. Continue. Ignore error. Oh, what's the error now? What is your problem? Oh no, because of it. No, piss off. Delete this. It's not meant to be there. Here we go. Hey, look a bit off. They are on a different height. What? Why?
Happens, I guess.
No, it doesn't.
Well, it did.
It should be collinear. There we go. Well, the other side is broken as well. That's why it didn't work before. Yeah, I dig it. Lo-fi. Why are you still broken? Fix yourself. Ridiculous. Ah, this is gonna be a whole thing that. Reveal. Mirror entities. Mirror about. Right. What now? Why is it? It's asym. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay.
Is this another JREG reference?
It is. If I just delete this sketch, and if I then
How did I know?
mirror it, right plane, it didn't work. What is wrong with it? I don't understand. Let's do it on it completely differently. We need to completely remake the mates as well. Fortunately, mating is something I'm really good at. Yeah, I've become quite skilled at certain walks, I would say. There we go. Now extrude those base, and that should be 2.5. The other way. Splendid, and then mirror. Or actually, we can do it in a single hit. If we just copy this, and then we mirror it right here, we can do it in a single feature. Why is this? I'm fine. It's okay. It's all right. Why is this line there? Collinear. Why aren't you? Why is there a difference in height? I keep zooming in. It should be. I'm okay. I'm okay. My OCD is acting up. My OCD is acting up. It's okay. I don't care.
Oh yes, the good old -0 problem.
I don't care. Oh, I just got goosebumps from that. But it's fine. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not gonna be worried, but it's fine. Yeah. If we get back, we need to completely remake everything because the mates, yeah, exactly, they're all shite. Well, not all of them, just this one. Okay. Splendid. Splendid, splendid. Now what? Alright, I'm doing dinner. Good morning, see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Lovely Truman Show. But the comedy not being Truman Show, by the way. That's not happening, just in case you were wondering. I just don't worry about it. Definitely not being Truman Show. And bon appetit with the dinner. I'm gonna eat some myself, actually. Because I'm hungry. Alright. Now we got past that. We're going back to the thing. Back to the drawing boards. Oh, because I pressed edit sketch like an idiot. Yeah. There we go. And this has to be equal to tall. Why did you get me an error? Rising chicken. Oh, that sounds delicious. Okay. Then we pop it to the middle. Right. And then we do it this way. 10. 10. Perfect. Make it fridge picture. Do you even have a fridge? Come on, do I have a fridge? I have a fridge so close to me I can open it while sitting down. Where's my phone so I can give you a fridge picture? I have milk.
Anything else?
I still have the horseradish. Waste not, want not. Oh, there's my phone. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna show you my fridge, and then you're gonna feel silly that you even doubt me. There's so much in there. Okay, here we go. Here we go. You ready? You're gonna see just how good I'm eating nowadays. There's just so much. Here it is. Here's the picture of my fridge. Hold on, let me show it. There, look at it. Look at it. My goodness. Ain't that? We got pickles. We've got milk. Eggs. Shit ton of eggs. Really, just truly shit ton of eggs. Corn.
This man's rich.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you. Yeah, I got eggs. I have sparkling water, which I bought when I was moving into the old place.
Are we sure it's still sparkling?
I haven't got a clue. I'm not gonna open it. I don't drink sparkling water regardless. It was too expensive for me to just drink like that. Tap water.
Why did you buy it?
Well, it's because I had someone over and I wanted to make them what's it called? Mojito. And it requires sparkling water. So I bought 2 bottles and I emptied the other one because what I'm gonna do is throw it away. It's water, it doesn't go bad.
But it's sparkling water, and that's not water.
The government is putting chemicals in water, making it sparkling.
Yeah, carbonic acid.
This will be an angle. Perfect. Right.
If sparkling water is just water, why don't you use it to make your coffee?
Exactly my point. And then this will be parallel. Now we can move this around. Oh, I am good at what I do. That we can move this, and it just snaps properly. And if I'm not mistaken, if I copy all of them, if I mirror them around the middle.
See, if I said I'm good at what I do while doing something, it would instantly crash.
Yeah.
Wow, this is so easy. Boop.
You kinda need to survive through that godlike confidence, you know.
Yeah. Still confident, just can't say it out loud, you know?
Okay, this, and this, they all have to be parallel. Now, we moved around the corner, that's good. And then, what we do is we keep those lines. We delete this line. Oh, actually, we delete everything, apparently, because it's kind of getting confusing. And we delete this line, and we delete this line. But no, we leave it for construction. Yes, and then what we do is we overwrite it with this line. We leave actually. And then we leave this line. And then we leave this line. And then what we do is we do smart dimension between these two as a 10. We do smart dimension between these two as a 10. We do smart dimension between these two as a 10. Will it look right if I do a 10? Fine. And then what we can do is we can actually go in. Look at that. Hold on. Ah, perfect. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Meow.
Aye. I'm sick of that noise.
Why?
That is fucking annoying me. Mirror about
Is your cat meowing too much?
all the time.
Maybe consider feeding him?
extruded. Whoa, that is a wacky way to. There's absolutely no what I meant. That is absolutely and completely wrong. But it makes sense because I'm pretty certain I didn't connect this. Let's see it. Ish. Beautiful, I would say. Let's see it.
Ish.
Yeah. Yeah, that fits. That does fit.
What's that for?
That's the stand for the gears.
Holding them gears.
That's proper. Now what we can do is we can just check the distance between this. I can't select it. I select that. What? Just select the thing. This. Oh, I just can't. Alright, that's cool. I did sketch then. Be still. Yeah, make this image driven, that makes sense. Then we need to copy this number. That'll be our number that we need to plug in. And so right here, from the left edge, right. So from this edge, and then this will be 35.45584412. 44. Even though we don't need that kind of precision, but or whatever. Perfect. Then
That'll matter surely.
Then the height. Once again, we need to take this number. Approximating rational by irrational, it hurts. Doesn't matter. Close enough. I mean, micrometers won't matter anyway. It's fine. If you want, I could actually calculate it and just plug it in as an equation. It wouldn't be that difficult, to be fair. It's like, well, at the most complex point, it would be 3 constants multiplied by trigonometric functions. But still, I don't want to. Oh wait, was that from the? That was from the top, correct? Remember. I think from the top that would make sense. 46.2108. 2254. I'm much lady in the supermarket approach. Let's see. Ah, spot on! Splendid. And then it's going down by 36. Is it going perfectly down? I should hope so. Otherwise, it would be quite upsetting. It appears to be going perfectly down. Yeah. So it goes perfectly down for 36. And that will be our second thing. Eight. And then select the middle. There we go. 36. Beautiful. Those should be our 2 cylinders. absolute beauty and perfection through this. Then, what we need is, well, we need some kind of way to hold it in. The one closer to it is the problematic one, which means the outer one is not. So in this case, we can run this to this side easily. So this entire thing we can leave for supports. Which means... ah, shite. Needs to be connected, and I want it at a 45-degree angle. I'm gonna do it like this, and then we're gonna do it like this. Trim entity, we need it, and then all of these have to be parallel. Perfect. Then, right, this would go straight down. This would go straight down. That's right. What is the problem? Is it once again some kind of segment of 0 thickness? Oh, right there we go. Perfect. That's gonna hold it up, and then it's gonna go more down, and that's gonna hold up the second one, and we're gonna make like a bit of a mesh net connecting it. Right. Yeah, so right here we sketch this and and then the height. There we go. Perfect 36. Sweet, festive, fantastic, lovely. Because then we can extrude. Oh well, we should extrude them separately. Now I think, well, whatever. Who cares? The depth would be 2 plus 5, right? Plus like a half as tolerance. So it's 7. No wait. 7 plus 2 plus half. Measure it. That's an 8, which means 8 plus 2 plus half, that's 10 and a half. That's what we're gonna do.
Meow.
10 and a half. Perfect. Oh yeah, we want to connect the one that's further away, which means we actually need to get this way. Perfect. Spice government guide. Baiting to catch and make in the act. I'm actually. Shut up! Shut up! Actually, I've been thinking like a cold gun would be neat to build. You know, it could be neat. Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing for the bottom one. You wanna hop on? I don't think Kitty is having a good time with me, honestly. Although, well, no, I can do much about that. All right, this is going up. This is going down. Perfect. Then this is going to the right. Make horizontal perfect-ish? I don't know. This. Delete this thing, that's not necessary, and then all of you parallel. Perfect. Well, hop on then, if you want to. Come. Okay, once again, I might need to do this with one hand. Okay, this is an 8, that's correct. This should also be an 8. That's correct. This should be an 8. That's correct. Splendid. So now we just trim everything properly. Which means why is this line so thin? Construction, is it? No. So we should have some. Oh, that's the problem, right? Right here we lost the line we shouldn't have lost. Perfect. So that's the thing. Yeah, good. Bye, Adrian. Bye. Have a good one. All right. Then what we need is we need like a hole in here. We also need to calculate the distance properly. So we're gonna do that. Well, this is the right distance from the edge for the top gear. Now the bottom gear will need.
Bottom gear?
Yeah, bottom gear. Walking bottom gear will be 5, but not 5. It's 2. Yeah, so it has to be 2 millimeters away at least. We know 2 plus 5 millimeters, which means 7 at least. So we'll do 7.5, just to be safe. Yeah. I think that should be proper. 7.5. Open this. Okay. This it features extrude 7.5. Perfect. Now we will need to also figure out the floor, because we need a hole in the floor for the gear. We need it somewhere around here. We could have also done this to the right and then go up and down, up and down, up and down to the perfect middle, which would have given us a lot more space to play with. Yeah, it would have. This could go up, this could go then down and up and down and up and down. That would just solve our problems. But no, it wouldn't, because this is thicker. Oh yeah, no, that's right. Wait, would it? I haven't got a clue. I think it would have. But hindsight 2020 doesn't matter. Now, we 5 from the front. That would have to be the hole. Which means she whiz. 10.5 plus 7.5, that's 18. Which means 18 from this point right here. That's where it ends. Yeah. 18 from this point. Means right here what we need is a line. Where this will be... Oh, I can't press shift and left click at the same time with single hand. Hold on, give me a second. There we go, done it. Perfect. And then this length has to be 18. And that's where the thing ends. Right. So that's where our cylinder ends. Now, if we go back 2.5 millimeters from the cylinder, that will be in the middle of the gear, and then from that we need to make a hole that will go 3 millimeters in each direction, just to give us a bit more space. It's really difficult to work with one of my hands just holding up a cat head, you know? Well, we all do what we can. This distance. I suppose with this sketch. Oh my goodness, another one of the wacky numbers. Oh, that's not what I meant this. I can't do the shortcut for screenshotting. Hold on, Kitty, I need to move you. I'm so sorry. There we go. Perfect. Now. No. We go in here. $55.45584412. Then we go back to the sketch and we do a rectangle like this, and the middle of the rectangle should be like the middle. There we go. The middle of this line. Absolutely no element. This has to be a 6. This has to be a 2.5. Then no wait, this has to be 3. No, 2.5. Yes. But the other way. No. That's wrong. This has to be... Ah, shite. Why is this so difficult? This has to be a 0. No, it has to be 0.5. It's so difficult. Oh, fuck. Ah, my head. Okay, there we go. Now what would be the width? Well, the width would be 60. That's the whole gear, I think. So 70, I think. $64 should be enough. But we're gonna do 65 just in case. And then this is going to be 32.5. There we go. That hole will make the middle one unusable on one side, but oh well, the price must be paid. So now we go in. You can see that below this. Shit! I did it on the wrong side. Right, of course I did it on the wrong side. Okay. Copy this. And actually, I meant it to be from the other side. There we go. Proper. There we go. Yeah, that should be correct. I think. What we can do to make this ever so slightly better is we can change it up so that instead of a 6, we get a 7, for example. And then right here we get a 1. That should make this a bit more bigger. Sweet, I think. I doubt I know. I did just realize that this might be a bit too big. Wait, hold on, a quick question. Oh, that's a good question. If we go in here, if we go into the sketch, this one, right. If I delete the 100, and if I move this down, oh no. Okay, so
I'm sure that's all very intended behavior.
oh yeah, fuck. How can I keep this like fixed? Oh, I can just fix it, and then it's not gonna move. There we go.
The button that does the thing you want it to.
Better, but then the problem happens right here, where this needs to be an 8, and this needs to be an 8, and this needs to be an 8. I don't need to define that. That's good. Okay, no, this is also pretty important stuff. You have to be, I think that's the one, and then we move it down. Okay, progress, but this is in a precise spot height-wise. So we keep it in place. No, because it's relation to the top. No. Yeah. That's ain't gonna work then. We actually need it in relation to the bottom because that's not gonna change. Yeah, and then delete this one. There we go. Now we can flatten the top. Oh, I defined it so properly. I'm proud of what I done here, actually. 3 is good because now we can just make it smaller. There we go. Sweet. Now we could add some holes on the top for like getting them all together. But that wouldn't be too necessary. Yeah, so far it's pretty good. Okay. I am done for now. It's been an exhausting live stream, to be honest. 2.5 hours of just pure mental effort. I am finished. I'm gonna go and work on the video now because it never ends. It never really ends. But that was fun. Anyway, for now, I suppose that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.